What is good? What is up? It's Jordan or Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another live stream. It's been a minute, and I feel like I've been saying that every damn stream now. But what's good? Everyone in the chat, what's up, Jay? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Carmelo? How we all doing? It's been a pretty uneventful week for the Texans, but we still gonna find something to talk about them because we love talking about the Texans. We love talking about football. Hope y'all doing good. What's up, Jay? We here at Texans Thoughts, baby. What's up, Luca? How you doing? Happy to be back and talking to you guys. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. John V, what's good? Finally able to catch him. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Big Bear 2, what's up? Damian Mitchell, Ben, how y'all doing? All right, so today let's get started. And I want to talk about, I wanted to look at the Texans roster as a whole and pose a few questions for y'all. And the first question to think about is, have we upgraded this roster too much? Too much, right? And I saw a couple comments before the stream started. How can you upgrade a roster too much? Isn't that a good thing, right? And I hear where you come from. Obviously, you want to upgrade the roster, and we had a shitty team last year. Of course, we want to upgrade it, right? But with the scope of the Texans going through this rebuild in a likely scenario that Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, is not on the team, in the scope of a rebuild, you kind of want to tank next season. You kind of want to tank like how the Rockets are doing, and many other teams have shown that, tank, get your high draft picks. That's the best way to rebuild the team quickly. Stock up on those draft picks, right? And if you improve your team too much, if you become too competitive, you become a 4, 5, 6 win team instead of a 1 or 2 win team. That can hurt your draft position enough where you're missing out on maybe the best quarterback in next year's class, maybe the next pass rusher, cornerback, whatever it is, wide receiver. It can go from those all-pro guys that are guaranteed to make all-pro to maybe like a Pro Bowler or a really damn good starter, right? So that's what I'm talking about in terms of improving the roster too much to the point where we can't tank. So what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we're gonna kind of try and not talk about that as much, just because I want to wait for all the information, all the facts to really get out there and analyze both sides. That might be true, and that's what we're going to talk about, especially with the moves that we've been making. Big Mike 100, thank you for becoming a Texans Thoughts team member. Appreciate you. If you guys do want to join, the link is in the description. You get a whole bunch of stuff. You get exclusive videos for team members only. You get exclusive access to the Discord. That is crazy. We've got about 85 members so far, and we're killing it. Appreciate y'all's support. And the big thing with the Texans Thoughts team membership right now is going to be all of my NFL draft content. I've been putting out scouting reports, but I'm going to be making a lot of videos about them, looking at their film, looking at all these draft prospects from in the Texans range, people that we're looking at, people that we're interested in, and breaking down how they would fit in our team, if they're good prospect, bad prospect. I've already got a bunch of videos out there on some running backs, some offensive linemen, and some other players, a lot of top guys. So not a lot of the top guys, a lot of guys in our range. So those videos are already out there. Join the Discord and you'll find them. But yeah, more to come for that. Thank you for joining, Big Mike. Dude, this roster is fire. If they play anything like they do in Madden, I'm playing franchise with my man who has 6 sacks. Desmond King has 5 picks. I'm in week 10, so hopefully they keep it out. That sounds like a stacked Madden roster, my guy. You're doing well. You're doing well. Hey, we got Patty Storm in the building. He says for $5, my guy, my guy, my guy. Everyone say hi, Pat. What's good? Thank you for the support, my dude. Okay. Let's talk about this fire roster, Andres. Let's talk about this fire roster. Are we going to be too competitive, and are we not going to be able to tank, right? So I talked about the different wins scenarios. What are y'all? Put it in your chat. As the roster stands right now, what is your win prediction for your 2021 Houston Texans, assuming Deshaun Watson does not play, assuming Tyrod Taylor's a starter, and how the team looks right now? Put it in the chat. What is your win prediction? What's your win-loss prediction? I want to hear it. I have not seen it yet, James. The first one was pretty so and I heard this one was just about a background on David Culley, so I might wait to watch it. All right, we got our first prediction in here by, where'd it go? Rumpelstiltskin, shout out to you. 5-12. Okay, I like that. Can you go 5-12? 5-11, I guess would be. But I hear you. Slint says 4 wins, 4, 5, 8-8. We got someone who is optimistic. Mason, thank you for joining the Texans Thoughts team. Appreciate you, my guy. 5-11 there. Okay, so the average seems to be about 4 or 5 wins. We got 3 from John. We got 9-7 from M. Ali. Okay, 3 wins. I hear you, bro. I hear you. 5, 8, 3 and 13, 6, 5. Okay, so I feel like the average would be around 5. Again, 2 and 3. I'm going with 8-8. John V is optimistic. Optimistic Oza. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your last name. I apologize. 7-10 to 9. Ooh, Jay is optimistic. 9-12 without Watson. 9 to 12 wins with Watson. Could y'all imagine this roster with Watson? That's a fun team. That's a fun team for sure. 17 games. Good point. My bad. I missed out on that. Oh, damn. We getting members up the damn. Brando, keep it 100. Thank you, my guy. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. After the stream, I'll post the link for the Discord. Hear this out, all of the new members, 3 of y'all. Check it out after the stream. I'll post the link. When you go to my channel, then you go to the community tab. It'll be like videos, playlists, community. You go to the community, you'll find the post where I give you all the Discord link, and then from there, I'll show you how to get to all the dope videos. 17-0. Tell them. All right, I'm hearing y'all. So the average, I would say, like looking at it, the average is probably 5 wins, 5-6 wins is what y'all are saying. Brando with the $5. He says 8-8. All right, 500. All right, let's take a look at the roster. Let's look at each position. I'll give you all my win prediction once I walk through this entire depth chart. I want to walk it through with y'all. I have my opinion, but I want to hear from y'all as well. So let's look at it position by position. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate that. Tyrod does have nice touch on the deep ball. I'm going to have to break down his film, show what he brings to the team, because he's still a talented quarterback. He's no joke. All right, let's look at the team depth chart. Start with quarterback, and we're going to look at who we had last year, who the starter was, who got the majority of the snaps, and then who is going to take that role this season. So obviously, going from Deshaun Watson to Tyrod Taylor, no one in their right mind should argue that it is a downgrade. That is our biggest loss of the season, no doubt. Anyone will tell you that. Now, the thing is that loss that we see from Deshaun, is that offset by the rest of the moves that we've made, that Nick has made so far? A lot of moves. And so I'm going to start with the offense. That mic is fire. Ain't it fire? Yes, sir. That's what happens when y'all send me donations. Money goes right back into the channel. Get this dope mic. Get this dope camera. All right, let's look at running back. Last year's starter was David Johnson. Now we're going to Phillip Lindsay. That, to me, is one of the clearest upgrades on the entire team. Going from David Johnson to Phillip Lindsay, you get a boost in just overall athleticism. I think he's a better runner. And I showed in my recent video how he's going to fit our scheme. He can do anything. He can run power, gap, zone. He might not be the biggest back. He's not going to be your bruiser in between the tackles. That's what you got Mark Ingram for, right? So we got these different running backs with different roles, but they all fit the scheme pretty well. What's good, Joke? How you doing, motherfucker? Sorry, that threw me off. Okay, so that's running back 1. That's a clear upgrade. Running back 2, going from Duke Johnson to Mark Ingram. And this is an interesting one to talk about because they're 2 very, very different running backs. It's kind of hard to pin those 2 guys up against each other. But what I would say, don't look at it like Duke Johnson versus Mark Ingram. Look at it like Duke Johnson versus David Johnson, because those are both the guys who were playing the kind of third down receiving back role. And so when you look at it like that, Duke Johnson versus David Johnson showed at the end of the season when they finally targeted him in the passing game, he can do work in the passing game. He can be a solid receiving back. And I would still say that Duke Johnson overall is a better receiving back, but within the confines of our scheme where we're not throwing to our running backs too much, you don't need to be paying Duke Johnson that much. You don't need the most talented receiving back there. So David Johnson will do just fine. So looking at it from that perspective, I would say those are pretty much a wash. And then in terms of your running back depth, you're definitely upgrading from Mark Ingram to who was running back 3 last year, Buddy Howell, right? So I think overall my bad. My bad. My bad. He a person too. My bad. Damn, I look pale as hell. Why is it so sunny in my room all of a sudden? It just went down. Okay, that was weird. Never mind. Overall, running back position, I think we've upgraded in terms of starter, in terms of depth as well. So one downgraded quarterback, but one big upgrade at running back. Now, wide receiver, let's look at it. Wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Wide receiver 1, going from Fuller to Cooks, there's no way to put it. That is a downgrade, in my opinion. I am very high on Will Fuller. You probably won't find many people higher on him. I thought he was a complete wide receiver. There was no questions about his game when he was actually on the field. Super talented dude. Very, 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 very tough to replace his skill set. And now we go to Brandy Cooks. He had a great season with us. Another 1,000-yard season. What's up, Alpha? How you doing? What's up, Cortland? What's good? Yeah, another 1,000-yard season. He proved that when he was next to Will Fuller, I mean, those two were such a dynamic duo. And that's my thoughts on Brandon Cooks, is that he is a great Robin. One of the best Robins out there, right? A sidekick to your wide receiver 1. Someone who doesn't have to go up against cornerback 1s. He can feast on these lesser talented cornerback 2s where he has less attention. That's where I think Brandon Cooks really, really, really exceeds. As a wide receiver 1, though, he is a step down from Fuller. There's no way to spin it, in my opinion. Will he be fine in that role? Yes, I think so, because he's still a very talented wide receiver, but he's not going to put up the same production is all I'm saying. If they were both healthy, if they both played 16 games. Dang. You still want Bill O'Brien over David Culley? Damn. What it do, Josiah? How you doing, my guy? Brandy Cooks is amazing. Very talented guy. Very talented guy. All 3 running backs make huge plays each game. Philip Lindsay can definitely make big plays. Not sure where all this optimism is coming from. We need to keep our expectations in order to avoid letdowns. I hear you, but it's fun to be excited about our sports teams, man. It's fun. Dang, actually, Andres? Damn, that's a good signing for them. That's a good signing about the Seahawks. Will Fuller was his Batman. Exactly. What's good, my guy? Texans shots in the building. Kovu Kun. Thanks for tuning in at the gym. That grind. Love that you're on the ground with me. Need Reed in Houston tomorrow. Let's quickly talk about that. Jerron Reed is seemingly to be either released or traded from the Seahawks tomorrow. He is a defensive tackle, 28 years old. He's very productive in the pass and run game. He's like, I think it was 19 tackles for loss and 17 sacks in the past 3 years, something like that. But very productive player. Honestly, if I was Nick, I would trade a 6th-round pick for him before he gets cut. Just scoop him up. He does want an extension from the Seahawks, so that was kind of why they're cutting him. But he's 28. DTs can play till they're 33, 34. Give him a 3-year extension and go from there. Talented player. Going into his prime. Okay, let's talk about wide receiver 2. We went from Brandon Cooks to, who do y'all think, put in the chat, who y'all think wide receiver 2 is right now? Wide receiver 1, I think it's definitely Cooks. Who do you think is wide receiver 2 on the outside? Because Cobb is going to be the same guy in the slot, but Cooks on one side on the outside, wide receiver 1. Who's wide receiver 2 on the other outside? Put it in the chat. Let's hear it. Jerome, my guy Jerome always comes through with the $7. He says, crazy how Houston improved the defense and improved the run game and can argue the line, and we still get no respect. Oof. Tell him, Jerome. Tell him. We definitely made improvements, and that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to go position by position. I hear you. Chark? You think we get DJ Chark somehow? Alpha says Connolly. I'm pretty sure Reed is 28. I just looked at his thing earlier today. But if he's 26, goddamn. Connolly, a rookie. Connolly. Okay, it looks like Connolly is the consensus, and that's kind of where I came to as well. Elijah Moore would be fire. Yeah, that's kind of where the conclusion I came to as well. And so going from Brandon Cooks as your wide receiver 2 to Chris Connolly as your wide receiver 2, it's going to be a step down. It just is. Cooks is a more proven, more consistent player. He's a more complete player. However, when I did watch Chris Connolly in his time with the Jags, he's a fun player. He adds some good things to the team. He's a big play guy. He had really great, he had a really high yards per catch in 2019. He's got good speed. In 2020, it went down a little bit, but I noticed it's because the offense changed. There became a much more quick pass offense. So they didn't target him deep as much, and they were dealing with a revolving door at quarterback. It wasn't always Gardner Minshew, so that's why he had a bit of a down year in 2020. Connolly, exactly. He runs a 4.3. He's like 6'3" or 6'2". I don't know. He's the tallest wide receiver on the team, though, so he's kind of that height-speed combination. And his speed, we saw last year how getting two fast guys, a Fuller and a Cooks, it works with Tim Kelly's offense. He knew how to help scheme them open. So now you've got two speed guys again. They are lesser versions of both of them, but they add that speed element that will hopefully help stretch defenses out. Jonathan Jones, I hear you on Coulter. I hear you. I'm high on him, but just don't spam my guy. I appreciate it. Spamming just makes it worse for everyone else. I hope we ain't getting Sammy Watkins. I hope. Injury prone, not even that good when is healthy. I don't like Sammy Watkins. I think he'd be the third best wide receiver on this team if he was added. Matt, my guy, how are you? We got 184 in the chat. Appreciate everyone for coming out. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate y'all's support. Ruben, my guy. What's good? Sammy Hater. I'm not high on him, man. I'm not high on him. When was the last time he played more than... I'm going to look at it right now. When was the last time he played more than 12 damn games? Played 10 last year, 14 the year before, 10 the year before, then 15, then 8, then 13, then 16. So in the last 3 years, he's missed 6, 12, 14 games in the last 3 years. I'm good on that. And even when he was healthy, numbers don't look very good. All right. Who's our best wide receiver right now? It's hands down Brandy Cooks. What's up, Mike? Texans Talk TV was good. Oh, we got another $7 from Jerome. He says, so... Sorry, that was probably really annoying. Who's running back 1? You know the answer, y'all. I think Lindsey and Ingram and then DJ used primarily in the slots. I think that's exactly how it's going to go as well. It's going to be more of a committee, but I think the bulk of the shares, and when I say the bulk of the shares, it's going to be like 35% of the carries go to Lindsey, 30% of the carries go to Melvin Ingram, 25% of them go to David Johnson, something like that. Probably like 15, 20 for David, and a little bit more for Lindsey, in my opinion. But Lindsey is going to be technically the lead back in this running back by committee. We're going to try and replicate the Ravens with that, right? So I think it's going to be Lindsey, man. Who's the starting tight end? When Pharaoh Brown's Instagram post saying that he's back, he said that he put hashtag tight end 1. So I think he might be tight end 1. And it fits our scheme. We need blocking out of our tight ends. Jordan Akins might have higher potential than him. Better in the receiving game, no doubt, but we're going to prioritize blocking over receiving when it comes to our tight end. So I think he's the starter. What's up, Willie Boy P? What's good? Who's going to start at left guard? We got it. We're going through the rest of the roster. So we talk about wide receiver 1, we talk about wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3, Randall Cobb, that stays the same. Wide receiver 4, it was QT before, probably going to be QT again. Wide receiver 5 now, Hansen is gone, and this is where the competition really starts. And this is what kind of going to be the theme of the video, is that we're building competition on these depth roles. Wide receiver 5, before it was Chad Hansen's been cut. Now it's going to be, will Andre Roberts get some snaps there? I think he's going to mainly be a return guy, but fighting for that wide receiver 5 spot, you got Dante Moncrief, Alex Erickson, you got Isaiah Coulter, you've got that dude David Moore from the Ravens, whole lot of guys, and hopefully I think a rookie as well, I think can beat all those guys out. But yeah, that's the wide receiver room. I think overall we've taken a bit of a hit there, I think. But I think the draft is a super wide receiver is arguably the deepest position, I think, in the draft. It's an all-time class. Last year was an all-time class, but this year is even better. So I can see us getting 1, even 2 wide receivers this year that could have an impact pretty early this season. And we'll go through all the draft guys in as we ramp up to the draft season. 100%. Coulter, the hidden gem, man. I'm excited. I hope they give him a proper chance. I hope they don't play veterans over him. I hope they actually see what he's got. De'Ami Brown, Chris is on my wavelength. Ooh. Just for Cornell. You mean Cornell Powell from Clemson? That's my guy as well. That is my all-time guy this year. Whew, I love Cornell Powell, man. Ziad, what'd you say? Brandy Cooks should be the return man? Nah, you don't want to put him in a position to get hit more than he already does. Because remember, he is pretty much one concussion away from like completely retiring from football entirely. So you want to preserve that talent. Don't risk him. Don't risk injury on a kickoff. We got a Pro Bowler in Andre Roberts. It's all good. Cornell Powell. See, it depends on your offense, what you need out of wide receiver. I think overall, De'Ami Brown is better day one and is a little bit more dynamic than Powell, but Powell is very well-rounded, good possession guy, good route runner, great blocker. That's what I love about him. Okay. Tight ends. Tight ends, we talked about it. So the start of last year was Darren Fells. Now we're going to Pharaoh Brown. We're getting younger at the position. We're getting a little bit more athletic at the position. We're getting better blocking at the position. I think that's an upgrade, even though Brown was kind of already on the roster before. When you're looking at those two tight end ones, that's an upgrade there. Tight end 2, Akins to Akins, it's probably going to be the same thing. And then tight end 3, I guess you're going from Pharaoh Brown to Ryan Izzo. I guess kind of look at it from a position group in total, going from Fells, Akins, Brown to Izzo, Akins, Brown. And I think Izzo is a better player than Darren Fells. I guess I talked about this in a weird order, but when you're just looking at those three tight ends, show us the roster. They don't have an updated roster right now. I can show you all my little thing, but it's like not that good. I can show you all my little notes. Wait, what do I have? Can I show this? Never mind, I can't show you all this. It's got some top secret information. Classified. What is it? Area 41. Yeah. Oh, Area 51. That's what it is. My bad. We need builds and height. You only know the heights of them? God damn. Brown is huge at like 6'6", 240. Akins is a bit smaller, like 6'2", 6'3 type of guy. Izzo is like 6'5". He's like 220, 230. Something like that. I think overall the tight end room has gotten better because you're going to get more snaps for Pharaoh Brown, who showed he's a great blocker, and Ryan Izzo is a very good blocker, better blocker than Fells. And Jordan Akins is in a contract year, so hopefully he can ball out. But yeah, tight end is around the same / upgrade. I completely forgot about wearing. Hey, I'm surprised only one comment called me out on it. I forgot about wearing. I think he's kind of on the very brink of the roster. I don't think there's any guarantee that he makes it through training camp. In terms of fullback, I would say maybe. I mean, he hasn't even learned the tight end position. I think there's a better chance that we draft a fullback or draft a tight end and make them a fullback. Shout out to, not shout out, but look out for Tommy Tremble out of Notre Dame, best blocking tight end in the class. I think David Culley's going to love him. Izzo's 260. He don't look 260 on tape. He kind of a skinny dude, but if he says 260, he's 260. All right, let's look at the offensive line. This is probably the biggest upgrade that we've seen on offense, apart from running backs, I guess. Quarterback, we said downgrade. Running back, we said upgrade. Wide receiver, we said downgrade. Tight end, we said upgrade. So we're tied 2-2 right there in terms of just numbering them. But let's look at the line. Left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. You're fine. You kept him. It looks like he's not going anywhere. Great restructure by Nick. You lower the cap hit this year. Tunsil makes some more money in, I believe, 2022 and 2023. $5 million each year. So I don't know. About how do y'all feel about that trade-off? Because you kind of lose future money to gain current money to sign all these one-year deals. That was a little bit questionable, but it was something that needed to be happened. I think it makes sense for the signings like Desmond King. It makes sense for the signings like Phillip Lindsay. Those guys that are high upside guys that you hope to retain after this season. But was it so necessary to have to sign so many damn special teamers? So many damn guys, but that's a story for a different day. Laramie Tunsil, love to still have him at left tackle. Left guard, though. Left guard, and here's where it's going to be, I think, a pretty big upgrade. We went from Senio Kelemete was the starter last year, and it should be, in my opinion, Max Sharping. You guys think Sharping's gonna start at left guard, or who do you think? Who do you think is going to be starter at left guard? I saw someone asking in the chat. I want to see what y'all think. I think it's going to be Sharping. We did bring in some depth guys, Justin McCray, Cole Toner as well, to compete with Sharping, push him a little bit, but I don't think he's going to lose the job. Ziad says Sharping. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it's going to be Sharping. I think we're going to see an upgrade at that position. James Campen, strong offensive line coach. Anything is better than Mike Devlin. Just don't do what Devlin did. It's that simple. And hopefully Sharping can become a more consistent player and get back to his rookie season. In his rookie season, we saw him as a puller in this power scheme, and damn, was he nice, right? Damn, was he nice. So yeah, all y'all saying Sharping. I love it. We'll get to the defense in a second. We're almost on the offensive line. Center, going from Nick Martin to Justin Britt. I broke him down. I broke down Britt's strengths, his weaknesses. He's a very scheme-specific player, and we also haven't seen his 2020. He's coming off a major injury in 2019. So while I do think he's an upgrade, I do have some hesitancy. I just want to see him prove it out on the field first. But I do think he's an upgrade over Nick Martin, who couldn't even snap the ball by the end of the year. So hopefully Justin Britt can at least handle that. I do think that's an upgrade. He shows some good things for our power scheme. He's not going to be good in certain runs for power, only when he's in power, when he's either the back blocker or the puller. When he has to make a duo block, a drive block, a double team block, he's going to be ass at that. He's just going to be pure ass. He's not like a mauling type of guy. He's more of a finesse athlete type of guy. But there's ways for him to work into our scheme. So I think he's going to be an upgrade there. So that's 2 upgrades along the offensive line at left guard and center. And then right guard, this might be our biggest upgrade ever, going from Zach Fulton to Marcus Cannon. Whoo! Thank God. I don't know about y'all, but my eyes, my brain, my heart is just going to hurt so much less now that I don't have to watch Zach Fulton on the field. Oh my God. The pain that he brought me, man. The pain, man. I got Jalen Waddle. What an upgrade. Exactly. What an upgrade. And this is a good point. Now that we've talked about the interior of the offensive line, those 3 positions, let me talk about Marcus Cannon really quick. I do think he's an upgrade. I think I made a video about him talking how he's a better fit at guard. He can mask some of his issues that we saw at tackle. They'll be masked at guard. He's going to be a powerful puller, strong dude. I think he's a better fit than Fulton is there. But yeah, man, what an upgrade. And with the offensive line, especially the interior, we signed these guys, we signed these vets, but in my opinion, it wouldn't stop me from drafting an offensive lineman if they're the best player available. If Landon Dickerson somehow falls to the 3rd, if Deontay Brown is there in the 4th, you take them every day of the week because they are perfect scheme fits and they are the future. We don't know if Justin Britt's going to be here in 2022. We don't know how much longer Marcus Cannon has. He's got 2 years left on his deal. We also don't know about Sharping 100% at left guard. I think he's going to be better, but we don't know for sure. So it's a good point, Daniel Hill. Fulton going to start in New York. Poor Danny Dimes, man. Danny Dimes is fucked. That's true. He can help him with some teaching him. That's a good point. That's a good point, Jason. Shout out to Jason. All right, last spot, Titus Howard on the offensive line. Solid. Got 2 of the best tackles. I love that I don't have to watch offensive tackle prospects this year. I don't think we signed a single tackle either. So we're going to have Tunsil on the left, Titus on the right. Titus should make some good internal development that we get from him just being a worker and having the upgrade at O-line coach. And then we've got, it looks like it's going to be, Jesus, I can't think of his first name. It's not Andy Heck. It's Charlie Heck. That's what it is. Charlie Heck is going to be the swing tackle. It doesn't look like we're bringing back Roger Johnson, who I like better, but it is what it is. Charlie Heck. There we go. Thank you, my guy. You better rain on his parade, bruh. You better rain on his parade. You better. All right. Now, before we do the defense, we will do the defense in a little bit here, but I wanted to talk about kind of I guess it's a life opportunity that I'm taking part in, and I think that a lot of y'all would also be interested in, and it's called Simbull. Let me put up the little thing on the screen. It's called Simbull. Bear with me for a second. Simbull. And I mentioned a few streams ago, but Simbull is a new sponsor of mine. And normally I just make the 15, 30-second ad reads, but I really, really believe in this company. The most of anyone that I've worked with, sponsored with. So I just want to share with y'all what they're about. They are essentially, actually, let me ask y'all a question first. Before y'all leave. Y'all like sports betting? Put in the chat. Do you like sports betting? Do you spend money on sports betting, trying to see the spreads, use your knowledge? Y'all like sports betting? Cause I got something for y'all. We gotta wait for the thing to load. We gotta wait for the load. Jerome with $3 basically says, "Bring back." Jerome, you trying to give me heart pain again? God damn. I sold out. Loki. No. Yes, we got some. Yes, place at least 3 bets a day. Yellow. God damn. Hey, this is perfect for you then. Yeah, this is perfect for you. And thank you, Ryan, for all y'all who are interested in it. So Simbull. The thing with sports betting is it's kind of rigged in favor for the sports book. So that's exactly to your point. You don't make money. If I were to try and bet on sports, I probably wouldn't make money either, Ziad. So you're not alone. So even if you're extremely knowledgeable about the sport, it's very tough to make consistent money with sports betting. So let me introduce Simbull to y'all. And it's essentially a stock market for sports teams, which allows you to buy and sell shares of your favorite NFL, NBA, and MLB teams. And if your team wins, you actually get a payout for each share that you win. For example, and it's similar to like a dividend, like with stocks, right? So for example, with an NFL team, one win is you earn 50 cents per share that you own, which is actually pretty good if you're going to invest in a lot of shares. So I love what Simbull they are trying to accomplish. Like Castle is Nick now. Let me read this first. Jerome wants the window. He wants the window for real, bro. I would, but have the kids in. It's all good, my guy. It's all good. Think of this as a long-term investment, not a short-term kind of make money quick thing. It's a long-term investment, investing in your favorite teams. I love what Simbull is trying to do. They're trying to provide people who they want to invest their money, which is like me, but I'm not but those type of people aren't the smartest when it comes to the stock market, also like me. And so they're providing us a chance to use what we are smart in. One thing I'm smart in is sports. Use that sports knowledge to our advantage and see if we can earn something off of it. But it's safer than regular sports betting. You have total control over the length of your investment. You can buy stocks of your team for 1 day, 1 game, 1 week, 1 year, however long. They launched, where am I? My little script I wrote? Because I ain't gonna remember things. Only NFL. It's NFL, NBA, MLB. I believe they're expanding to the NHL soon as well. Dolphin stock ought to be up. Here's the thing. Don't invest in the Texans stock, but let me walk you through a scenario where, and we'll get to the defense in a second. Don't worry. This is one they take another minute. Let me walk you through a scenario where the most basic levels of sports knowledge can really help you make money on this app. So the app and the stock is all predicated on the value of the team, right? And they're partnered with PFF, so they use some sort of stats to kind of help make that value. But it's predicated on the value of the team, how they're going to do in the future, if they're going to win games in the future, right? So think about a basic scenario where Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, those guys in the same quarterback class. Like, let's look at Patrick Mahomes, for example. That his contract extension was coming up. Let's go back in time a little bit. You knew that his contract extension was coming up. He was going to sign it soon. You knew that weeks, months in advance when the time was coming, right? So you can get in on the stock before he signs that extension. And after he signs that extension, you're going to see that Chiefs stock skyrocket because more fans are invested in the team. They know, hey, we got Patrick Mahomes for 10 years, y'all. Let's go invest in this sports stock. Let's go invest in the Chiefs because we got our franchise quarterback for 10 years. You hear me? So same thing can apply to in the future when guys like Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert are going to be up for their rookie quarterback contract, and you go invest in that team, they're going to skyrocket a little bit. And you can make some good money off of that. Texans stock at an all-time low. Buy. And so this is something that I'm going to make into a bit of a weekly series is tracking the Texans stock. We're going to call it Texans Trending Thursday. Texans trending Thursday. We're going to look at the Texans stock and see how it's performing throughout the week based off different moves that Nick Casserole is making, based off of different additions, free agency, draft, leading up to the season. And then during the season, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to keep up with it. Now it's time to buy, y'all. We're talking about Simbull, a dope app. I'm going to show you all the website right now. The link is in the description. It's on the screen as well, but use Simbull.app/TexansThoughts, and you guys are going to get a free money. It's free money, y'all. It's free money. Y'all get free extra additional $10 on your first deposit. Texans at $20 right now. God damn, y'all. Are you still doing this at? Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad, Matthew. I just want to talk about it for 5 minutes and show y'all. Can y'all see my screen now? Y'all should be able to see my screen. All right, so this is it. Go to Simbull.app/TexansThoughts, and right here, you'll see that you're referred, and you get a bonus of $10. So you'll use that code when you deposit it. It's a really cool. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on the laptop. It's a great app. Stock market for sports. It's really simple to sign up. How it works: you find your favorite team, you earn win payouts, and essentially trading teams like stocks. So, oh, my laptop finna die. So you can go log in and sign up. For y'all, I already made an account, so I can just log in, but my dang charger is stuck on my chair wheel. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. There we go. But yeah, y'all can go to, if you don't have an account, click here to sign up, and then you log in, you make your stuff. Let's go to the market, and then you can see I put in $5, and since I used my code, I got an extra $10. Now I'm at $60 in my portfolio. You can go to the trade block, and you see all the damn stocks that you can buy: NBA, MLB, NFL. We're gonna look at the NFL. Go to the Sim Texans. That's what they're all called, Sim, and then whatever the team name. Texans are one of the lowest teams here at $20. But hey, that's when you want to buy, right? That's when you want to buy. So you can go in and you can see kind of the stock and how it's changed over the months. Starting at September, it was at 17, spiked up to 22 in October, went to a low pretty much when the season was over, rightfully so. But hey, man, these moves, the recent moves that we've been making since the end of the season, clearly they're a fan of the hirings and they're a fan of the additions that we've been making. So it went from a low of 15, it's up to 20 now. I mean, this was super fun to kind of play with and to invest your money. And I think that for someone like me who isn't very knowledgeable in the stock market, but I know my shit about sports, I think this is probably a really, really smart way to invest my money. And it's something I want to get into before it blows up, because I think this has got a shit ton of potential. So, yeah, check it out. Use the code in the description, and you get free $10. But now I'm done. Exactly. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. This is dope. I'm glad someone, at least one person, shares my love for it, because I thought this was the dopest sponsor possible. I think these guys are literally going to blow up. I'm not just saying this because they're paying me of the bag. I didn't just sell out. Partly did. Nah. But honestly, this is such a cool idea. And I think it's something that's going to become huge in the next year or so. I want to get in on it really quickly. Exactly. So if you want to invest in the Chiefs, you know that they're going to do well. If you like the moves that they've been making, a team that some of the top teams that I'm going to look at to invest is someone like the Dolphins, a team like the Jets, and possibly a team like the Chargers. Teams who I like the moves that the Dolphins have been making. They still got more draft capital. Tua could be something, or they could add a different quarterback. The Chargers, they got Justin Herbert. They got Brandon Staley. Those are two big pillars of a team that I really believe in. The Jets are doing well with Robert Saleh. They've added a lot of talent on their defense. Carl Lawson. They still got Quinn Williams. They added someone else, I forget. But teams like that, those young teams who right now their value might be a bit lower, but in the future, in a few years from now, it's going to be looking pretty. And there you go. You got other teams. You got other teams that you can do. Or sorry, other sports. I'm Ritz. What's good, my guy? How you doing? Lock it in right now. I love it, Yellow. I love it. I hope y'all enjoy. But yes, the link is right in the description. Simbull.app/TexansThoughts. Use that and you get $10 off, man. It's free money. Who doesn't like free money? All right. Now that 50 people have damn left, let's go on with the defense. let's go on with the defense. If we can get those 50 people back, that would be great. But we're gonna carry on with what I was talking about. JP, pick Lakers and it's free cash, my guy. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. What's up, Sanjay? How you doing, man? What I missed, I looked at each position on offense on the depth chart, and I compared our starters from last year to this year and whether we've upgraded or downgraded at the position. And I'll do a quick recap for everyone who just joined, and then we're going to do the defense. But offense, quarterback, downgrade, biggest downgrade on the team. Running back group, overall, that's an upgrade. Wide receiver group, overall, I would say it's a downgrade. Tight end group, slight upgrade. Offensive line, overall, it is an upgrade for sure. So what is that? 3 upgrades and 2 downgrades. Hey, we're doing pretty good. Hey, Lane McCall for $5 says, bro, thank you for the content. Always into your videos. Damn, that means a lot when you do it right after I read a damn ad, a damn 5-minute ad. That is amazing. Thank you, Lane. I appreciate that. Appreciate the $5. Does something have to change with the offensive line if we got Tua being left-handed? I don't think so, personally. I think the whole blindside thing is a little bit overrated. Nowadays, you need 2 good tackles. Whether it's the blind side or whether it's your strong side, it really doesn't matter, in my opinion. So we've got 2 guys there. Keep them there. Don't need to make any switches. Let's not move Titus to left tackle, Laramie to right tackle. Don't mess with it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It really depends on how this legal stuff goes, how quickly they're able to expedite things. But my gut feeling tells me that he's not going to be traded. I think he's going to be traded next offseason, which would suck. We would get the max value out of a trade if it happened this draft. But with all the legal stuff going on, and they do need to take their time to make sure they get the verdict right, because there are a lot of lives at stake, and a lot of reputations at stake. And it's a very serious matter, obviously, that it's not something that I don't think you want to rush. Do you think we need a box safety? I think we need a third safety. I wouldn't necessarily say box safety, because we're going to be playing a Tampa 2 scheme. And a Tampa 2 scheme means we're going to have 2 high safeties a lot of the time. So we're not going to really have a box safety a lot of the time. All right. We did a quick recap. Now let's talk about the defense. Let's look through position by position and let's talk about it. So first up, let's start with safeties because they're the same. Safety room. Jay Reed, Lonnie, going to be the same thing. I like their fits as 2 high safeties better than Lonnie is a single high, Jay Reed in the box. I thought that was the exact opposite of how they should be played, actually. But at 2 high, they're both going to be better in coverage, in my opinion. And hopefully Jay Reed can get back to his great tackling. Now, cornerback. So I'd say the safety stay the same, obviously. Cornerbacks, looking at the starters, Roby's going to stay the same. He's still cornerback 1 on the outside, so that's fine. But this is where we really make the big upgrade, going from Vernon Hargraves on the outside to Terrence Mitchell. And let me say this right now, I'm not that high on Terrence Mitchell, but the bar, y'all can't even see the bar. All right. The bar is out the damn window. All right. In terms of Vernon Hargraves and Phillip Gaines on the outside. So going from Hargraves to Mitchell is definitely an upgrade in my opinion. And this is definitely actually the biggest upgrade on the entire team. Going from our nickel corner from last year to this year. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Going from Eric Murray, who shouldn't have ever been a nickel in the first place. You got a safety playing nickel for some stupid reason. Going from Eric Murray to Desmond King is going to be like such a killer upgrade. Exactly. Such a killer upgrade. I can't even explain it. It's like going from AJ McCarron to Deshaun Watson. Like, that's literally what it is. It is crazy. So that's a huge upgrade. So cornerback 1 stays the same. Cornerback 2 is an upgrade. Cornerback 3/nickel is an upgrade. And then you talk about the other cornerback in Phillip Gaines. This is where I think a rookie can fill the rotation. Right now, you're going from Phillip Gaines to kind of John Reed would fill his position as depth on the outside or depth on the inside, and Vernon Hargraves would be depth to Desmond King, right? But in terms of saying that third cornerback on the outside behind Roby, behind Mitchell, I think a rookie cornerback is the way to go. I think we have to draft a cornerback. And it's a pretty good class for it. It's a very deep corner class. A lot of guys that I like and that fit our scheme. Again, if we're looking at this Tampa 2 corner, we want them to be long. We want them to be tall. We want them to be physical. We want them to be able to press well, to tackle well in space. And have good awareness and instincts in zone coverage. That's really what it is. Corners are not the most important position in this scheme, but Matt, you lucky you've donated $7,000 to this channel, or else you get in the window, dog. You get in the window, or else. Don't forget about Crossan. Yeah, he'll be more depth. I think he showed some flashes. He just needs a more consistent chance and better coaching, in my opinion. John Reed will be in the mix, but we don't know anything about him, man. That's the thing. Like the stream. Thank you, Evan. Like the stream, y'all. It just helps me grow and do bigger things. And I appreciate it. And it makes me feel good inside. Asante Samuel Jr. will be a dream pick in the 3rd round, man. He's such a stud cornerback, man. Such a stud cornerback. Best tackler. Like going from Osweiler to Watts. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, I love Sherm. I would love him as a vet corner. To teach our young guys, would love it. Deshaun plays. I say the Texans go 11-5. I love the optimism, my guy. I love the optimism. All right, let's keep it moving. We talked about the secondary. Safety positions, I think, is neutral. So the same starters. Cornerbacks, though, good upgrade. A good upgrade. And I think we can still upgrade more in the draft. Linebackers, and this is where we're going to see the moves at linebacker were purely scheme-based. That's what I'm going to say, and purely kind of gearing up to stop the pass instead of gearing up to stop the run, which I love. So your starters it's kind of hard to look at it because we ran a 3-4 before, and now we're going to be running a 4-3, but your main 2 linebackers going from Zach Cunningham to Zach Cunningham, so that's neutral. And then from BMAC to Christian Kirksey. BMAC is a better run defender than Kirksey, but Kirksey is a little bit better in pass coverage. And it's not like he's a liability in run defense at all. But BMAC, I think he got a little bit underrated in his run defense and what he did as a Mike linebacker. But yeah, I think from going from BMAC to Kirksey, I think it's going to be a little bit of an overall drop-off in terms of run defense because I think we're going to see Kirksey mostly in run defense. He's not going to be on passing downs too much, and that's because of the rest of the linebackers that I'm talking about. So we talked about the first 2 guys, and the 3rd guy, going from Brennan Scarlett to Kevin Pierre-Louis / Joe Thomas, that is a huge upgrade. We don't have to see guys like Brennan Scarlett dropping coverage. We don't got to see have Jacob Martin, Whitney Merciless dropping coverage anymore. And even on passing downs, like I talked about on rundowns, Zach Cunningham and Kirksey are going to be in there. But I think on passing downs, it's going to be Joe Thomas and Kevin Pierre-Louis. Those guys are athletes. They're a bit undersized, but that means they're quicker. They're faster. They have better instincts in zone coverage. And so I think that's going to be where we see a huge upgrade in the linebacker room. So overall, I think the linebackers have definitely upgraded. You're gearing up to stop the pass. You're gearing up for this Lovie Smith system where your linebackers need to be able to play in space, need to be able to cover sideline to sideline. And so that's good. The personnel is fitting the scheme. I like what we've done with the linebackers. Ooh, Lance McCall joined. Lance McCall joined the Texans Thoughts team. Thank you for joining, my guy. One more time for all the new members. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for supporting me and my goals, my dreams. But after the stream, check out, if you go to my channel, you know where like the tabs are, where it's like videos, playlists, and then there's going to be one called community. Go to the community tab and I'll be posting the link for the Discord where you guys can join, and you'll find all the exclusive content there for y'all. Videos, bloopers of me making myself look like a fool before my interviews, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Yes, sir. We could trade up in the second. We have 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 3 6s, and a 7th. 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So I might be missing a pick in there somewhere. But I think if you do a 3 and 2 6s to move up maybe 10 spots and really secure your guy, 10, 15 spots, I think that's worth it for sure. If you see someone like Landon Dickerson falling, if you see someone like, I don't know, one of the defensive ends, like who would fall? Maybe someone like Joe Tryon, Joseph Osai, possibly. I think he's going to go first round, but never know this year. Never know. People are going to fall. People are going to fall into that range where it could be worth a trade up for them. It's going to be a weird year, man. It's going to be a weird year. Yes, sir, Ryan. Tell him. It's fire, y'all. It's fire. It's fire. We be talking all damn day. MIA got to go MIA for real. For real. Yeah, go full-time MIA. 2 forwards, possibly. I forget. Ryan's got it. 2/5. 2/5. Here it is. 1/3, 1/4, 2/5, 3/6, 1/7. That's what it is. Yes, it's 2/5. Thank you. Thank you, GM Fanatic. What happened to Adams? He priced himself kind of out of our range, and it's okay. He was a good run defender. He was pretty decent. He totaled up the tackles, but he wanted to go find a deal. He wanted to go get paid. The Texans weren't willing to pay him that much, so we tested the market, and we found other guys. We found guys that fit our scheme better, who are better in coverage than him. I didn't like the idea of bringing Tyrell Adams back because he's not good in coverage. That's the number one priority we need with linebackers. We do, man. We do. Did it last week. Got to do it again, man. All right. We talked about secondary. We talked about the linebackers. Let's get to my favorite part, and that's the defensive line. And the man in the thumbnail, J.Watt, going from J.Watt to Shaq Lawson. I want to hear from y'all first. I got my verdict. I got my ideas. But who do you think is a better player, J.Watt or Shaq Lawson? Who do you guys think? Who would you rather have? Watt or no? Who do you think is a better player? Watt or Lawson? Let's see what the thoughts are. Desmond motherfucking King. Yes, sir. The best thinks it's a downgrade. Thinks J.J. Watt's the best. I love Shaq Lawson. I hear you, Shaq. Members, let's get in the voice chat. Hey, Jay telling y'all. Lawson, JJ. Okay, it's like 50-50. I'm seeing it's like 50-50. Oh, I mean, overall, RTG, it's definitely JJ. If you're talking about career production, no question. But we're talking about it right now. Right now, Shaq, JJ Watt. Shaq is a great value JJ. Can you really compare? Is it fair? It's fair because they're both edge players, I think, in my opinion. But they're very different. I hear where you're coming from. It's very different scenarios. Shaq won't blow the run. Hey, Shaq is a much, much better run defender than J.J. Watt. That's what I'll say. Shaq in this scheme. That's a good point. All right, here's what I'll say is obviously J.J. Watt has had a better career. Obviously, he's a more proven player. No one's going to debate that. And I think if you were to both line them up on the Texans, and if you put Shaq Lawson in JJ's position last year, I don't think he's getting more like, how do I say this properly? JJ's probably a more refined pass rusher right now than Shaq Lawson is, but Shaq Lawson is a much better run defender. And when you weigh that in, and when you weigh in the fact that Lawson his career is on the up, he can only improve from here, really. He's only going to get better. He has a good ceiling in terms of improving as a pass rusher, whereas J.J. Watt's on the decline. Shaq Lawson is the player you want for the future. Who's currently better at this moment, at this second? I would say J.J. Watt, but who do you want on the team? Who do you want on the 2021 and plus Texans? It's most definitely Shaq. And so when you talk about it like that, you made an upgrade at the position, at the defensive end position. You have. From your best edge, J.J. Watt, to Shaq Lawson. I believe that because his upside is still improving. And he's going to look better. He's going to have a more similar year to when he had his last year with the Bills than he did with the Dolphins because he's going to be back in a 4-3 scheme. They're not going to ask him to cover. And he's going to be just doing what he does best. And Shaq will stay healthier. Our run defense was ass. You're right. Our run defense was bottom of the damn league. And a big problem with that was the edge defenders. Everyone thinks run defense, it's your defensive tackles. It's edge defenders too. Whitney Merciless defending the edge was a crime. Brendan Scarlett defending the edge, kill me now. J.Watt for the occasional tackle for loss he makes, big plays. He played undisciplined. He didn't play within the confines of the scheme. And he kind of hurts you a little bit more than he helps you in that regard. In pure run defense. It was ass, absolutely. And what I do want to say is JJ is not, I don't think he's washed. He's just not who he used to be, obviously. I think he's got a good more 2 years in a more of a reserve role, in a rotational role where he's not playing 80% of the snaps. Maybe he's playing 55, 60% of the snaps. That's how you're going to get the most out of him. Hopefully the Cardinals know that. So do you think the Texans fixed the set the edge problem? I want to see how they play out on the field first, but yes, my initial thought is, okay, I guess they wouldn't say it's fixed, but it's improved. It's improved by Shaq Lawson big time. He's a very, very strong run defender. I think that's a very underrated part of his game. It's the only question is the other side of the defensive end position. Because whether it's Jordan Jenkins, I like him as a run defender, but he's not like known for it or anything. I think there were a few snaps where he put his hand in the dirt and he was like actually stacking blocks really well. But Omenahu's not the greatest run defender. Jonathan Grenard is unproven. Jacob Martin, they don't want to start him for whatever the fucking reason. So I don't know. It's who's going to play across from Shaq is going to see if we actually fix the set the edge problem. Gotta start the GOAT, man. Gotta start the GOAT, man. Ooh, who's here? Diego, D-Mart, my guy, just got off work. What's up? How you doing, my guy? Glad you joined the stream. We're recapping. We're looking at every spot on the roster, see if we've improved or downgraded. So we talked about one defensive end going from Watt to Lawson. I think, in my opinion, that's an upgrade. Now the other defensive end spot. Think about the other just edge spot. Was Watt and it was Witt. Right, Whitney Merciless. As of right now, he's still on the roster. And they restructured him, so it looks like he's going to stay. There doesn't seem to be a trade going on. They can't really cut him now, but next year he'll be a free agent. And if he's on this team, he's going to be the depth chart starter, right? They're going to list his name as that defensive end. And it'll be his job to lose. It really will be. Now, the good thing is that there is competition in the building, especially young guys. You've got Omenahu, I think, has a very, very good chance to start and fit in this 4-3 defense. You've got Jordan Jenkins. I think those two guys have the highest chances of stealing that starting job from Witt. And even when I say Witt is going to be the depth chart starter, I don't think he's going to play more than 50% of the snaps. I don't. It's going to be a rotation in there. But hopefully someone like Omenahu, Martin, Grenard, or Jenkins can take the starting spot from him. I think if that happens, then you're seeing an upgrade at the position. And talking about the defensive ends as a whole, you've definitely seen an upgrade in terms of the depth, because now you've got, let's say you've got Lawson, you've got Omenahu, then you've got Jenkins, Grenard, and Martin behind them. That is solid depth from defensive ends in terms of guys with upside. That's what you're looking for here, just guys with upside. Why y'all talking about Clowney so much? Y'all know I love Clowney. You can't tease me like this. Bro, leave your hair alone. My bad, y'all. I like Jordan Jenkins a lot. Merciless a walking healthy scratch. He got it, man. His best value ain't going to come on the field. His best value going to come as a leader. Teach these young guys, get them in line, and help them improve. I do like Jordan Jenkins. I think he'll fit the scheme pretty well. His dad was tweeting at me. We were talking, and he says that he's actually more of a natural on the left side of the defense, even though the Jets played him on the right side. So I think with him on the left side, Shaq is a natural on the right side. That could be a very good pairing. He's got some Jordan Jenkins has some juice as a pass rusher. He uses three main moves. He uses a bull rush. He uses a club, and he uses a chop. Those are his three main moves. And he didn't get a lot of snaps on run defense. He was mainly more of a pass rusher for them, but the few ones that I saw, he has some good technique to it. He has some good power, so I think he'll hold up fine. Let's talk more about the GOAT. Hey, man, the GOAT. Oh, y'all best be talking about Jacob Martin, not John Weeks, but the go Jacob Martin, man. I hope this is his year. I hope this is year that the coaching staff trusts him enough to take on a starting role. I showed it in the videos last year, man. He was not a worse. He was a better run defender than Witt. He was a better run defender than Scarlett, all the other guys that we threw out there on the edge. He can do it. He's not a liability, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I hope the dude continues to improve. We know he's a great pass rusher. He just needs that opportunity, man. The reason why he didn't have the greatest year last year was because Anthony Weaver used him horribly. He does one thing really, really damn well, right? And that's rush off the edge using his speed. But they barely put him in that role last year. He was lining up on the interior. He was dropping in coverage. It just was not the move for him. So hopefully they can fix that. Does Jacob Martin fit the 4-3 scheme? Yes, he does. As a weak side defensive end, your pass rusher guy, your athletic guy, I think that's where he fits, man. He fits more with, and that's what I'm saying, with his role. It's all about scheme and utilizing guys to their strengths, right? So before he's a 3-4 outside linebacker, and 3-4 outside linebackers, you expect them to drop in coverage a little bit. You expect them to do a little bit more things. But as a defensive end, you put your hand in the dirt and you just focus on rushing forward, stopping the run, getting after the quarterback. Ain't no dropping in coverage. Ain't no lining him up in A gap and having him drop back or run stunts or do stupid stuff like that. All right. Girl, Matt, Matt, come on now. Phillip Gaines, come on now. We ain't talking about no Phillip Gaines. His ass ain't coming back. His ass better not come back. He's got that juice like that, man. That bend you can't teach. That athleticism. Okay, last positions we'll talk about defensive tackles, and this is where I think we need some help. Our starter last year was Brandon Dunn, still currently Brandon Dunn. So that needs work. I don't like him as our run stuffing defensive tackle. In terms of that 4-3, you got two defensive tackles. You got what's called a one tech, and they're going to line up closer to the center, kind of right in between the center and the guard. And they're expected to stuff the run, take on double teams, be that big guy in the middle of the defense, that anchor. But they're also expected to be a little bit more athletic. And you've also got your 3 tech. I'll say more athletic than a typical nose tackle. Now you've got your 3 tech, that's your other defensive tackle, and they're kind of more of the pass rush specialist type of guy. They're going to be outside of the guard shoulder, and they're going to be rushing, hopefully like one-on-one with an offensive lineman and being able to use their pass rush moves to get pressure on the quarterback and wreak havoc there. You want your kind of like more athletic, more refined defensive tackle in that position to really maximize those one-on-one blocks. So at the 1 tech right now, we got Dunn. Don't like it. Hopefully we can sign a veteran free agent, or hopefully we draft someone. Now at 3 tech, we went from PJ Hall to Malik Collins. And I really, really like Malik Collins. I got to make a video on him. I have a bunch of clips waiting to make the video on him. But I really like the upside with him. He's a great player in Dallas. And I know exactly why he didn't work with the Raiders. And I'll explain that to y'all in a future video. But I like that upgrade there. And then in terms of depth, guys, you're going from Carlos Watkins and Blacklock to kind of Blacklock and Vincent Taylor. And hopefully there's another draft pick in there. But in this DT group, I think overall, I guess we've seen an upgrade because going from Dunn and Hall to Dunn and Collins is a better player than Hall. But there needs to be a lot of work to be done at that defensive tackle position, in my opinion. Blacklock, we just didn't see enough about him. We can't depend on him as a starter right now or even as a solid depth piece. We just don't really know. He needs a bigger chance. We still need to be patient with him. And the scheme switch should help him, but it should also give him a longer leash because now you're going with a different defensive coordinator, different system. It's going to take him some more time to learn this system. So yeah, PJ Hall is he back? He's back. He's going to be more depth. So I guess in that sense, you're turning a starter into more of a depth piece. So you're upgrading there in that terms of that position. Sorry, I'm touching my hair again. It looks ass. Look at that. We back up to 200 because my damn ad's over. I see y'all. I see what y'all do. It's okay. Pardon me. That was probably really horrible. Matt Ioannidis is a blend of all three. He's strong as an ox. He can rush the passer, brute strength alone. And the best part of him, he'll be cheap to trade for. Look him up, guys. Matt Ioannidis. I like the name. Thank you for the intel, my guy, Darren. ASOT. What's good, man? How you doing? Just jumped on. We just finished our review of all the positions. I guess the last thing to look at is special teams. We're going from Fairbairn to Anger to the new dude who I don't even know his name, Campbell, something like that. I don't really know. I got it. Going from Anger to, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's like something Campbell. I don't really remember. But the dude seemed like a good punter. He's from the Eagles. And Eagles fans were sad to see him go. Cam Johnston. I don't know where Campbell came from. My bad. Cam Johnston. Is that it? You right, Mason Colbert? I don't love Dylan Moses' tape. He's a very small linebacker, and I didn't love his instincts in coverage, honestly. Even his best year. I went back and watched his best year, not even his 2020 where he's injured. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would let the linebacker position sit for a little bit, unless you somehow get a guy like Baron Browning, maybe. I like Baron Browning more than I like Dylan Moses. I just think Moses is very raw, and I don't trust our linebacker coaches right now to deal with someone who's that raw, on top of all the severe injury issues that he has. Eagles fans loved him. There you go. Cam Johnston. Thank you, D-Mart. We need destroying to the Texans to be a thing, man. That would be dope. That would be absolutely dope. He's got skills, man. He's got a boot. He's got a boot. Would love Reed. I talked about him earlier. Would love him. That would be the best move that we could. If we somehow stole Reed, that would arguably be the best player that we've added this offseason. It'll be between him, Lawson, and King, but he is very, very good, man. He would probably be the best. We got the best hyped up. Yeah, we moved on from Anger to Cam Johnston of the Eagles, formerly of the Eagles. He's cut. He was a cut linebacker, but I think we're good at linebacker. I think we're done. We already got 72 of them. We good. So overall, looking at the roster from a whole, I'm going to look at it one more time. Let's look at the defense. Safety, we say the same. I'm going to count the amount of upgrades. Safety, we say the same. Cornerback, we upgraded. Linebacker, we upgraded. Defensive end, we upgraded. DT, we upgraded. I like that. We upgraded every single spot on the defense, and then at safety, it's about to stay the same. Good work, Nick Casserole. Good work, Nick Casserole. Looking at the offense, quarterback, we took a downgrade. Running back, we took an upgrade. Wide receiver, we took a downgrade. Tight end, we took an upgrade. And offensive line, we took an upgrade. So 3 upgrades on the offense and 2 downgrades. Now, the question is, I posed at the beginning, is the downgrade going from Deshaun to Tyrod Taylor, is that made up for by all the other additions, by upgrading the running back room, by upgrading the offensive line, by upgrading the defensive line, the linebackers, and the cornerbacks? I think it's too early to tell. And I know that's a shitty answer, but I want to see how these players look like in camp first, because you've got guys who, like, look at the offensive line. You got guys like Justin Britt, who hasn't played in a year. You guys got like Marcus Cannon, who's going to be moving positions. You guys got guys like Max Sharping, who he got potential, but he didn't have a good 2020. You got a lot of turnover. And so turnover makes it hard to instantly be a good team and instantly improve, right? And I also don't know how much I trust the coaches. I don't know how much I trust David Culley to improve the team. I don't trust Lovie Smith whatsoever. The players fit his scheme, but I don't know if I trust him as a defensive coordinator just yet. Tim Kelly, I think he'll do better. How will that mesh with what the Ravens guy is going to bring in, what Pep Hamilton's going to bring in? We don't know. It's a lot of unknowns right now, so that's why I'm saying it's too soon. Too soon to tell. Let's get some more answers from the coaches, and let's get some more answers how they look in training camp, man. Oh, we got a dono, though. A sign now at the $10 as we upgraded on long snapper. Did we? Because John Weeks is back. John Weeks, the man, the myth, the legend is back. So we good. We good on long snapper. He took a cheaper deal, I believe. But thank you for the $10 sign. Hey, good sources. You can trust the best sources, man. You can trust them. Upgraded defense, downgraded offense. That's the good theme to walk away from it today, Matthew, in my opinion. And the good thing about the offense is, I think wide receiver is the easiest position to upgrade. The draft should be able to help us there. We should be able to still field a pretty competent wide receiver core with Cooks, Cobb, one rookie, and then, Connolly, Coulter. You should be able to get some good stuff out of them. QT hopefully as well still. So it's not like the wide receivers are horrible. It's just that they were so good before. And so it's going to be a little bit of a natural downgrade. Anyone going to get a Tyrod jersey? That'll be interesting. I got to get myself a Desmond King. I like Ryan Izzo, solid, good blocker. We need another good blocker for the scheme. If it's a scheme, it's good. I like the move to be aggressive for him because he's a young guy and you're only giving up a 7th round pick, so it's not a big deal. I think it was like a pick swap, was it? I don't remember. Lance McCall says, we got to believe we can win more than 4 games. If Tyrod starts, I'm guessing we win 6 games. Plus, we'll have an easier schedule. Ooh, I like the take. I like the take lane. I like the take. Let me just say that Tyrod is not any scrub. He's not a scrub. All right. And I think he's going to fit what we want to do, where we're going to improve the run game for him. We're going to take some stress off of him because there's too much stress on Watson. We're going to improve the run game. We're going to incorporate him into kind of the read option kind of offense that the Ravens have. Not going to run him as much as Lamar. I'm not saying he's Lamar, but he does have that dual threat capability. But he's a good thrower as well. I forget who said it earlier, but he's got some touch on his deep balls. He's a pretty solid thrower. He's not going to turn the ball over too much. He's not going to take risks. You're going to be more of a game manager style while you improve the run game and improve defense. I can see a scenario where we win 6 games. I would say that, honestly, now that we've gone over everything and looked at every position, as the roster currently stands, with Tyrod leading our team instead of Deshaun, 6 games, I think that would be our... I don't want to say that would be like a good high outcome in my opinion. Not ceiling. I would say ceiling probably like 7 maybe, but 6 would be a good high end outcome. My guess is around 4 to 5. True. I don't know the fucking 2 Chainz voice. Is that it? I don't know. Okay, you're right. You're right in that sense. It's an upgrade. As long as Lovie Smith ain't the head coach, we straight. Hey, Pep Hamilton for head coach, y'all. Pep Hamilton for head coach. Jerome with another $7. He said, upgraded the defense, downgraded the offense, but a much better overall team. I hear you, Jerome. I hear you. I think the other thing that we haven't talked about is just the overall depth that we've increased, that we've improved at. I think that is what is also going to help make this team look better. It was always an issue in the Bill O'Brien era, having depth. When guys would go down, which it always happens, it would be a big drop-off. And now hopefully they'll be a bit better at certain positions, at linebacker, wide receiver, at running back, at defensive end. Yeah, I hear you. What casserole is Nick Casserole at this point? Nick's doing well. Nick is doing well. I think he's at this meatball tater tot casserole, and that's 2 steps down from the highest of a dessert casserole. It goes, if you want to look at the order, it goes disgusting casserole to a green bean casserole to a pasta casserole to that tater tot casserole to the breakfast to the dessert. So a meatball is pretty solid. It's pretty damn solid. He's doing a good job for himself. Let's see how he does with the draft, and let's see how these moves turn out on. They look good on paper, but let's see how they work on the field. Tyrod and Pep, man. Tyrod and Pep. Which late quarterback? I haven't done my full quarterback evaluations yet. I just finished with interior defensive line, but I'll get to them. So I don't know just yet. Jamie Newman intrigues me, and that's about it. It's not a deep wide quarterback class. It falls off after the first 4 guys. Huge. And yeah, so I was talking about doing my draft evaluations. I finished interior defensive line. I looked at 16 guys. I have scouting reports on all of them to finish off the last few, but I posted a lot of them to Texans Unfiltered. That's where I'm going to be writing them all. Check those out. Check out the podcast, the website, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We're doing good stuff there. We got $5 I gotta find. We got $5 where to go. Cyanide. Calm down, my guy. You and Jerome just going punch for punch. John Weeks is gonna carry us. We finna win all the games. Hey, can he just like long snap it? Instead of like Tyrod throwing 70-yard bombs, can John Weeks just like long snap it like into the end zone? Just tell Cooks to run deep. John Weeks, you snap it to Tyrod, then John Weeks like runs into the backfield. You set the ball down for him. He just long snaps it, 50-yard bomb, 50-yard bomb, 50-yard touchdown. It's going to be easy. That's the offense next year. That's the offense. Elijah Moore at 67 will be a steal. Would be a steal. I don't think so. He killed the pro day, so I don't think so. But I would love him there. I would love him there. Yo, tater tot casserole is fire, bro. It's fire. It's bomb. It's looking good. Sir Mufflebun's got some players to look at. Carlos Basham, Ifeatu Melifonwu, De'Ami Brown, and Tommy Tremble. I like that. I gotta get out of here real quick and finish this stream. But let's talk about some of my favorite looks for at 67. Give y'all some early intel. I do like all those names. I love Ifeatu Melifonwu. He would be my top cornerback target. It's between him and like Paulson Adebo out of Stanford is also good there. There's one more guy. Fuck, I forget. Those two guys. Asante Samuel Jr. if he falls, but I don't think he will be. Ideally, those two guys, either Ifeatu Melifonwu, he probably won't be there. But Paulson Adebo, very good chance that Paulson Adebo is there. Love his ball skills, got great ball production. He'd be perfect in the zone heavy scheme. Tommy Tremble, love him, best blocking tight end. De'Ami Brown would be the ideal wide receiver. De'Ami Brown has the most similar skill set to Will Fuller in this entire class. Burner deep, underrated route runner, pretty solid yak guy, but he struggles a little bit with his hands and physicality. That's De'Ami Brown for you. In terms of defensive line, DTs, I really like Tommy Togiai out of Ohio State. Great run defender, gives you a little bit in the pass rush game. I like Marlon Tuipulotu out of USC. Athletic, one tech. Again, a little bit in the run, a little bit in the pass. He's a little bit more raw than Togiai, but he's got a high ceiling. And then defensive end, I'll give you guys one more. Peyton Turner is my guy out of Houston. We'll love him in the third. And we'll talk about targets later, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round later. Benjamin St. Juste, love him. Love him. I think I would take him more in the 4th, but love what he can do. Huge guy, 6'3", 32-inch arms, good movement skills at his size, very high ceiling. All right. I think I'm done, y'all. I think I'm done. As always, thank you guys for coming in, tuning in for the stream. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for showing me love. Hit the like button, subscribe. It's free. It don't hurt you. Shout out to all the new Texans Thoughts team members. Again, go to the community tab. I'm going to be posting the link to the Discord right after this stream ends, so go check that out, and you'll go into the Discord. You can see all the exclusive videos I've already made, all the NFL draft content I've already made, the blooper videos, all that good stuff. Yeah, check out me on Twitter and Instagram, Texans_Thoughts. Check out all the Texans Unfiltered stuff as well. Houston FB Pod is what it is on Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's it. And then Texans Unfiltered website podcast. Y'all know the stuff. Y'all know what it is at this point. Ryan, we got to talk about Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown. Oh, I'll let you know my thoughts on him in the Discord. Goddamn. Oh, we got more casserole from my guy Cyanide. Thank you for the $3. Have a good night, y'all. Take care. Come back for more. And remember, the film don't lie.